One of the things that we talk about at BlackRock is the concept of inclusion and diversity, making sure that everyone feels that they have a place at the table, making sure that everyone feels they have a part to play in whatever initiative we're looking to pursue. That applies to philanthropy as well, making sure that the agencies that we work with touch a broad segment of the community, making sure that we're impacting the people who we're trying to help, and making sure that we get as large of a group as possible of BlackRock people away from desks and out and about, engaging with their fellow citizens. I'm Regina Rodgers. I'm a vice president in BlackRock's Legal and Compliance Department and also chair of BlackRock Gives San Francisco, our philanthropy network and our third largest office. And I am excited to be honored at Oakland Digital's Inspiration Awards 2017. As I was growing up, I was a closet extrovert. I knew that I liked people, but didn't exactly know how to express that. And one of the ways that ultimately came to be was through my community service and my volunteering activity. It brings me in contact with people from across the Bay Area, across the broader community, all kinds of people from all walks of life. I love it. It's the most fascinating thing about the work that we do. BlackRock, in simple terms, is the world's largest investment manager. Think of us as a firm that manages assets on behalf of clients, always with the goal of building better futures for those clients. It's the idea that you are empowering people, individually, collectively, as a society, to pursue the life choices and the outcomes that are most meaningful to them. So, thinking just to the human side of things. BlackRock Gives is our global network of 16 committees, each aligned to a major BlackRock office that is responsible for engaging local employees and getting them out and about in the community. The idea is that all of the efforts are organized by employees for employees. So employees have the opportunity to support an organization that they're passionate about through our charitable grant program, or alternatively, we have volunteering opportunities. Typically we'll organize 40 to 50 per year, but employees have the opportunity to go out and to support these organizations through their time. Employee-driven, employee-inspired, and employee-organized. One of the fantastic things about being involved in this program is seeing the level of engagement that our employees consistently display, particularly those who are involved with boards like Tim Rosenblatt, who is president of Oakland Digital's board. It gives us a purview into some fantastic organizations that we otherwise would not have worked with. So I'd very much like to thank and congratulate Tim as well for his continued effort on behalf of Oakland Digital and his continued effort on behalf of BlackRock and our programs. I do very much remember my first opportunity, and it actually was while I was working my way through college. There was a woman, at that time my manager, now a close friend, we were made in contact over the years, who offered me an entry-level position as a receptionist, one that I desperately needed in that, it enabled me to pay my rent, buy my books, pay for my supplies, do all the things that I otherwise wouldn't have been able to do, given that my family was not in an economic position to be able to afford to underwrite the cost of my college education. I do know what it's like to not know where your next meal is coming from. I do know what it's like to, to have to live paycheck to paycheck. You'd like to think that things will get better, but you have no guarantee that that's the case. And so having experienced all of that, I think the number one thing that's come out of that is empathy. In terms of advice I would give to young people who are maybe a bit discouraged and trying to find their way, a few things that I would say. Number one, believe in yourself even when others around you don't appear to do so. That belief in self gives you the strength and the energy and the moral conviction to find and pursue your path. I would also tell you, and this was a lesson that I learned along the way, don't be afraid to ask for help. People are fundamentally good and kind, and if they have the opportunity to do so, would love to touch a life. The worst they can say is no. That's not the end of the world, but what will probably pleasantly surprise you is they're much more likely to say yes.